Sponsored by Envibe Clothing, Thug Mob Empire. You already feel us with it. We're going to talk today about how to deal with certain things that happen all at one time. Depression, anxiety. You know what I'm saying? When it all comes at one time. And where does it come from? Where does it come from? So let's start with good morning to everybody. Let's start there. Like sometimes the way you start your morning or day, as they call it, says a lot. Um, you have to know how to deal with problems when they arrive. Depression, anxiety, and stress are all locked into one. All of it's locked into one. You you get people who say, "Man, I'm so depressed. I'm so this. I'm so that." When the real thing is that if you just understand that your depression is part of your de- I don't know, y'all. I had pushed the wrong button. My bad. Depression comes when stress and anxiety meet each other. People say, well, sometimes you could just be sitting there and just become depressed. Nah, that's not how that works. Depression happens when you're thinking about stuff that's more or less like they always say when you got too much time to think, right? So you might think about something that's traumatic in your life. You know what I'm saying? Losing a job, not losing your kids, going through a divorce, death. That triggers depression. That triggers anxiety, which puts you under stress. What a lot of people want you to believe is that you can't control it unless you have medication and all that. You can control each and every factor without medication. You have to be prepared to tell yourself that I have to clear my mind of what's triggering me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's my little sister's birthday. Can she please get a shout out for her name? Dixie? Ready? Happy birthday, Dixie! Let's go! You know what I'm saying? Give a shout out to little Dixie for her birthday. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday. You're welcome, man. Anytime, anytime. So that's what he just asked, what they asked me to do right now. That is a form of happiness and joy. It takes away from depression, anxiety, and stress. So he did it at the right time. Shout out to Dixie for her birthday one more time. You know what I'm saying? So y'all have to understand that when let's start with parents, right? Parents are under so much stress because the world has changed. The finances have changed. So there was a time when you can get on, hello, Ricky, hello, good morning. Um, there was a time when you could get a house in the market, a 3-bedroom house for like $700 a month. Um, Now it's like 2 grand. What is the price of that? Let me see, y'all. We got a hater, y'all. We got a hater. Hold on. Let's see what it says. Yeah, okay. Liverpool, chill, bro. Like, chill out. We don't want to be doing that so early, okay? So anyway, I gotta start making monitors, man, because I don't wanna have to deal with nonsense, especially when I have kids on here looking. Somebody let me block. Matter of fact, let me just remove that altogether. Me, I'm in San Antonio, Texas, baby. You know what I'm saying? We out here chilling. And have a good day. Same to you. God bless. From Western Santa Monica. Is that where it's at? Yeah, I have somebody trying to bring in a bunch of negative comments. Y'all, I'm not gonna put those up there. I'll be a mod. All right, let me put you as a mod, man, because it's a lot of. There you go. Let me put you on there as a mod. Big Cat, what up? I don't know about this guy right here that's doing things. I mean, they said Dixie the real name, so Dixie the real name. You know what I'm saying? But barbecue country, yes indeed, yes indeed. Um, so let me get back on topic real quick, y'all. Sup. Um, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to be rude. Oh, okay, it's cool, it's cool. Now you have a good day too. Hey, I got a monitor now. I speak English, a little poquito Spanish, you know. Um, there was a time when parents didn't have to worry so much about bills because it was we lived in a country where we were the most financial country in the world, right? So you look at when did the household change? When did really did everything change, right? And if you look at it, it happened like kind of like towards 1976 all the way through the 80s. We call that the crack epidemic, right? Um, Fathers were so stressed out that they started smoking crack, doing drugs. Mothers were so stressed out that they were selling their bodies to support their family, right? Which sent a mother into a deep depression because she realized she would do anything to make sure the household was ran correctly and the kids didn't suffer. But in doing so, they both lost. Hello, how you doing? They both lost what made the foundation of the home solid, right? Um, as time went on, the government told us your kid has ADHD, ADD, has all these things, right? Now, before we knew all these names for what was wrong, they had this belt that cured you from all of that, right? But as time went on, they finally put a name to why your kid was so hyper. Then us as parents, they were like, well, we're gonna give your kid Ritalin to calm him down, right? So the anxiety of, oh my God, what did we do? So the anxiety kicked in to the parent, like, and if you're anything like me, I got a kid that was super hyper, and I was like, man, my kid ain't taking no medication. Nope, I'll fix it. And it wasn't until somebody told me, listen, try it and see what the difference was. It didn't send me into a depression, but it did give me very, very bad anxiety to watch my daughter take a pill to calm her down, right? So as time went on, I had to open up my understanding to uh, the modern world that we live in today, right? I had to open my understanding to that. I also had to understand that there are moments where parents, when we sit in a room and we're looking at bills and we just do like this because it hit us all at one time, we have to understand that sometimes we have to just go ahead and figure out how we got to this point. Your light bill might be super high because you got a kid in every room watching sometimes the same thing on different TVs. So you're like, okay, I'm having a panic attack. I'm depressed. I'm going through all this stuff, and you have to pull your resources. You have to pull your resources together, right? Sometimes you have to be that person. There's moments where you have to really sit down with yourself and say, you know what? I don't want to become the person I got to become to make sure my kids are financially situated, or I don't want to have to become who I have to become to make sure that I stay afloat. Stay afloat means you're just here. You never want to just be here. You want to be above that. You want to be above that. So when you see people say, I'm so depressed, you have to start getting to the bottom of it. Okay, what got you? Because before depression hits, stress has to hit. So you have to figure out what got you stressed that hit your anxiety level that made you depressed. You have to hit the three. Boom, 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 boom. Right? What ends up happening with us is that we try to conquer it all at one time. You're in a relationship, the relationship ain't going the way you want it to go. You're breaking up, you're depressed, and then that's when you get suicidal thoughts. You start doing all kind of things come, right? You're used to a 2 household income, it becomes a 1 household income. So one person that's footing all the bills right now is looking over like, okay, like when do you jump in and help? You know what I'm saying? I blame that on name brand clothes, social media, some people spending habits. Okay, so I agree and disagree. And Willie, let me explain to you why. I agree that you should prioritize what makes sense. If you and I own my own clothing brand, so let me make this clear to everybody. I'm not gonna go buy $100 pair of Jordans and I got $100 light bill. I'm not doing that. You got to prioritize. Sometimes what you want is not what you need. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to go buy Gucci and Prada and there's no food in the refrigerator. Social media is not the problem. I'm gonna help y'all out right now. When we had MySpace back in the day, we had all these other social networks. This is what happened. Parents said, put your kids in front of something to babysit them so I don't have to be bothered. Half of the world can't even tell you what's wrong with their kids or their favorite color because they stopped communicating. When video games came about, parents said, hey, here's another way for me not to be stressed out. Go play the video game for 8-10 hours. You have to go back to being parents. I know that some of us are like, oh my God, I just want to have a day to myself. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it can't come at the expense of your child not knowing values. When you notice that your household is becoming shaky and the person that you're with in a relationship is looking at you for confirmation of what are we doing, and that starts to be shaky, that's because y'all stop being able to communicate correctly. And this is the problem with a lot of people. They'll say, man, I'm doing the best I can do. I'm doing the best I can do. And then you know what you hear? Well, if I had a person to meet me 50-50, I wouldn't be so stressed. I wouldn't be so depressed. My anxiety wouldn't kick in. Let me explain something to y'all right now. And this is going to sound harsh, but this is reality. If I'm not running up 50% of your problems, I'm not paying 50% of your problems. That's just reality. If you had stacks of bills before you got with me, guess what? You're going to have stacks of bills while you with me because that problem was pre-existing. A lot of women will say, well, if I had a real man to help me out, okay, what about the man that's paying $1,200-$1,300 a month child support? You going to take on half of his bill? Because in that case, he should say, well, if I had a real woman, you know what people will say? Man, that was before me. They ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm supposed to give my money to somebody else. Well, that's the same thing you're asking us. So that's when depression, stress, and anxiety kicks in. You have to be clear on who you are, right? I know a lot of men who get depressed if their wife or spouse makes more money than them. I don't know why y'all would get depressed over that. I don't know why y'all would even I get it, the macho part of you wants to say, damn, she balling harder than me, right? That's the macho side. I'm gonna go park in the shade. The reality side of it is, if you think about it, that's less work, really. Oh crap! Sorry, y'all. Sorry. I forgot it was on a stand. If you think about it, really, that's really less work y'all gotta do. If you get a raise, that's less work than your girl gotta do. You just gotta look at it in a sense of we're in a different world now. You know what I'm saying? We're in a different world. We're in a different atmosphere. Like now, some men don't care. They be like, man, my wife can't make more than me. Sometimes they use that as a motivation for them to go harder at work. Um, then there's that one man that's like, man, my wife can't make more money than me, man. No, I gotta. Even if I ever get a second job, I can't have her make more money than me. But here's the thing: never let you trying to be one up on your woman or your mate stop you from being the person that you are. You can go into a full depressed mode trying to keep up with a person who only wants to see the best from you. That's facts. Yes, when you sit down and y'all have an argument, right? And I see this, I've been through this, so I know it's real. You don't have to lose control and get out of character because somebody is always out of character. You understand what I'm saying? There's that ego getting in their way. They don't expect life to. I don't care if you made morning because the roles were reversed now. Facts. Facts. But this is the thing. And I think like a lot of people got to understand this. Women are now making more money than men. Why? Because they remember they were the ones who were shunned. Like, nah, you can't make more money than me. Da, da, da. That was back in the day. Now women make more money than men because they pay attention. They pay attention. When I tell you they paying attention, they paying attention. They like, wait a minute. He making 80K a year doing the same thing I'm doing, and I'm doing more than him. I need to be making 80K or 85. You better figure it out, or I'm going to the whoever they talk to, right? And it's also because women are educating themselves at a rapid pace. Please don't believe if you're in a job that you've been like 15, 20 years, right? That you are safe. If somebody comes in with a degree or a certificate, they can easily knock you back down. I'm a firm believer in go get a degree or a certificate. People ask me, what do you do for a living? I drive school buses. I drive school buses from 5:30 in the morning till sometimes 10 o'clock at night because I do games and stuff. But I also have a certification in medical assistance and phlebotomy. You know what I'm saying? You have to have something to fall back on in case something interrupts your path. Never be like, I'm good here. I've been doing my job going on 20 years. Have I been depressed at my job? Yes. There's times when I've been the only driver at my job. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to y'all. There's times I've been the only driver. I've done 4 field trips in one day by myself. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be mentally strong. If you ain't mentally strong, forget about it. Forget about it. Then the stress is gonna get you. The anxiety gonna damn near kill you. And the depression gonna send you off the cliff where you just do something dumb. I promise you that's what happens. One thing I tell anybody, when you leave work, leave your problems there. When you leave home, whatever your problem was when you left home, leave your problems at home. Deal with that when you get home. And if you got a strong partner, they're going to love the fact that you're not bringing work home. I'm the first person to say, don't even ask me how my day at work was. Don't ask. Just say, hey, babe, how was your day? Awesome. I'm living. Because I don't really want to hear how your day was at work unless somebody was disrespecting you. Then I want to know because then I need to pull up. But as far as when I leave work, I don't want to hear, man, Brandon he was just annoying today. I don't want to hear that. care about Brandon or his annoying ways. I want to hear, how was your day? Were you mentally good all day? I was a little stressed. Okay, you were a little stressed? Well, come here. Let's go for a walk. Not because I want you to talk to me about your stressful day, but because I want you to enjoy what God has given you a day. I want to be able to walk and just talk about, what would you like to do long term? See, that's how you get rid of stress. You go for a walk. You put your headphones on, but be conscious of where you're walking. Make sure you got something on you in case somebody try to run up on you. But you be conscious of what you're doing. You go for a walk. You take in the air. You take a deep breath, and then you take a moment for yourself. Before you start taking care of your kids, before you take care of your husband, before you take care of your wife, you need to decompress. You need to find a way to decompress before you be depressed. You need to decompress. You might need to find something like, you know what, before I make it home, I know everybody's going to be hungry, but you're going to be hungry an hour from now anyway. I'm going to the gym. I'm going for a walk. I'm going to just sit in my car, close my eyes, and relax and just enjoy me for a second. There's nothing wrong with that. The biggest complaint at homes and in relationships that causes anxiety, stress, and depression is when one party is stuck in what they believe, which is their way. When one party is stuck in what they believe, which is called their way, you find out very quickly that you're not the problem. But you gotta stop the other person from being a problem. And sometimes people are like, oh, so you gotta break up? No, sometimes you just gotta tell the truth. Sometimes I always say this. Tell me what's on your mind and on your heart right now. Because that's when it's at its purest. Tell me what you're feeling right now. Are you mad? Tell me. Why are you mad? But don't bring up something from a long time ago, because I'm going to look at you like, you know what that face is? Are you serious? That's that are you serious face. Are you serious right now? Didn't we discuss that? You got to be, when you have a conversation about something, you have to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. But that ending part is the most important part. Because if it's brought up every time, you will be stressed behind it. Then you'll start having anxieties, and you'll be like, oh my God, really? Then you'll start feeling bad all over again. That's all a person who's been hurt in a relationship wants you to feel. They want you to feel how they felt, but they want you to feel it every time. Like, eventually it doesn't feel anymore. You're just like, you be depressed behind it. You have anxiety behind it. You be stressed behind it because you bring it up all the time, right? Then it travels over into what? Hey, do you want to go? Nope. I don't want to do. I'm sitting home. I don't want to go nowhere. You can go. Go ahead. Well, if I'm always by myself, I should be by myself. Yep, you should. Yep, go ahead. It isn't because a person really wants you to be by yourself. It's just because they're tired of you always repeating the same thing over and over. Or when people see you in the streets and they say, man, I remember when you used to be like this. Okay, well, that person no longer exists. I had to grow. And if you got people around you that don't want to elevate, I suggest you get new people around you. Or enjoy being by yourself for a while. Family members, they're the main ones that will stress you out. You don't believe me? I'm going to give you a scenario. And if you think I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. The one time you really hear from your family member is when what? When you got money. That's the one time. You don't hear from most of your family members all year. Maybe twice. Soon as January till, we'll say, the end of March comes, you hear from everybody. You hear from people that owe you money. And you be like, wow. You get family members be like, yo, let me claim your kids on income tax and I'll give you half. What? I got credit for 3. Why would I let you claim them and I have to give you half for something I can get the whole piece for? No, I ain't gonna do that. Go ahead. Well, remember this, when you need help, I ain't helping you. You wasn't helping me anyway. You see the depression, the anxiety, and the stress that came just that quick. I'm gonna give y'all a lesson learned right here. When y'all get money, don't tell nobody you got it. Just put it up. Stop buying Gucci, Prada, the every iPhone that comes out. Like, do y'all know how ridiculous y'all look buying that? That's why you stressed out, because after you bought that phone, the iPhone is like $1,000 something now, right? Imagine if you just bought a regular phone. What do you need an iPhone to do? You want to FaceTime? Put Google Meet on your Android. You don't need, your phone just needs to ring. You want to get on social media? You can through any phone right now. But you have to really comprehend financial strain and financial gain. Just because your friends got don't mean you supposed to have. Ooh, my friends and her husband and family went on a cruise. So what? I want to go on one. Okay, well, let's plan it out for next year. Or let's plan it out from 6 months from now. So you want me to go take a car title loan out to put you on a boat? That what you want me to do? Nah, I ain't doing all that. You want us to go back in the debt because you saw your friend living a different life. But your friend's husband, look at him. And you can always tell when a person living a horrible life because they look old in the face. They walk like, they walk at a pace of, man, I really don't want to be here and I really don't want to be around you. Like, just watch who you're around. See, a person that's always a taker and never a giver, you got to pay attention to them. I don't care how long you've been with them. A person makes the comment, oh, I could find somebody better. Go. Matter of fact, go now. Don't wait. Go get them now. You got to work, because like that will mentally play on you like, okay, I'm at work. Are you cheating on me while I'm at work? The stress, the anxiety, the depression level hit you at work thinking about somebody else. Hell no. You have to be prepared to understand that everybody is not going to root for you to freaking get ahead. So when you're sitting in your car and you're thinking about, I've seen people call me up personally and they said, bro, can I just talk to you because I feel like I'm about to do something stupid? All right, talk. What is it, man? You want to meet up? Yeah. I meet my friends all the time. Because if we're not trying to de-escalate their problems, we got to at least find a way for them not to escalate what they want to do. Oh, you weak. Women, let me tell you something about a man. The ego of a man can be bruised easily. You know what I'm saying? When a woman says to a man, I probably made a bad choice in picking you to be with me long term. He's trying to figure out what brought that on. Because as a man now we're like, damn dog, what did I do? But you know what we're also doing when you make that comment? We're already trying to check out of the relationship, or check out of the friendship, or check out of being even important to you. We're checking out. We're like, yo, let me check out so when this is over, it don't hurt. Let me check out. Oh, you want to go do? Nah, go do what you got to do. And then you know when a woman wants to say something, when somebody is, when your man is happy without you. You ever seen a man just go fishing by himself? See, the one thing a woman thinks that it's always another woman making him happy. No, he's making himself happy. He has decided to get rid of the stress. He ain't gonna want to go through no more anxiety. And the depression stage of it was you. You were depressing him. So he found a way to decompress all of that. I'm going fishing. I'm gonna go play basketball. Some people, hey, I'm gonna go shoe shopping. Like that's what some men just chill on the shoe shopping sometimes. I'm a big sneakerhead too, but sometimes you gotta chill. We be spending stupid money, right? But in the process of that, men, your woman will ask you the dumbest question that you will ever answer in your life. How do I look in this? Be honest. If it don't look right, it don't look right. How is my makeup? You look like a clown from the circus right now. Start over. I'll wait. You got to be honest because that's what they want. That's what they say they want until you honest. Women, If your man is walking around with them skinny jean pants on and you looking at him like, look at this fool, 200 something pounds with skinny jeans on. Tell that boy to change. Don't let him walk outside looking like that. Because if I'm gonna tell you now, if you looking at him with concern, you got to imagine what people are gonna be saying about him when he walk by. Man, look at legs rubbing so tight, they're gonna start a fire. Like, it's gonna happen. Women, respect yourself means if you respect your man, you respect yourself. Your breasts don't always gotta be out. You don't always gotta be wearing the tightest clothes. Man, wear something you can breathe in. That's it. All y'all running out here trying to be something y'all not. Relax. I ain't never met a man in my life be like, man, I ain't dating her because she didn't even feel like putting makeup on today. No, he knows that you had a rough week and you got the right to just walk around and be plain Jane. He know he ain't got no celebrity chick every single day. Now, if you one of them chicks who are like, oh, I just gotta look good every day. Okay, cool. Get up at 4 o'clock, get started. But take the anxiety out of the relationship. Oh my God, I broke. This is happening. That, calm down. Calm down. I will love you because I love you. I don't care if you have makeup on or you don't. I don't care. I want you to be happy. So if you're happy with the way you look, the way you feel, I'm happy with the way you look and the way you feel. But I can't dim my light to make sure you're shining. I can't do that. Because that means I'm settling for less. Men, if once upon a time, let me say something. It was brought to my attention that I did one of these podcasts, right? And one of my friends, not me, one of my friends checked on his ex because they ended up having a cool relationship. He's cool with her husband. He was checking on her because she posted something online. To be exact, she posted something on Facebook. He saw it, he called because he was concerned. You got to understand, as if you grow up and you check on somebody that was positive in your life, they didn't break up on bad terms. They broke up because she was having a mental breakdown every day, and she said she didn't want him to go through that no more with him, with her. But they broke up on good terms. Now, I have exes. I'm not checking on y'all. We broke up on bad terms. It's not gonna happen. I'm not checking on you. Don't check on me. But if I broke up with an ex and we were on good terms, yes, I would be the first one to say, are you okay? Are you okay? You know what I'm saying? I would even probably look to my woman and be like, hey, babe, look, one of my exes, we stayed friends. I'm going to check on her real quick. Now, most women going to be like, why? Well, there was a time when I didn't have looked out for me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to put it on speaker so it ain't nothing more, nothing less. Well, you shouldn't care. Okay, well then it becomes then none of your baby daddies should show up to the crib because nothing. You shouldn't even ask them how they feeling if one of their family members died. Nothing, because that don't got nothing to do with you no more. That's your kid's problem. That ain't your problem, right? You got to know what it means to be grown, and you got to know what it means to be an adult. You know what I'm saying? So the biggest thing I think people have to understand is when the person that you're with is overstepping their boundaries because they're putting you in a stressful thing. Like, I've seen people say, dog, Carter, man, how come you don't never look like you're upset? I just don't show it to y'all. What? No, I don't show it to y'all. Because there's nothing you can do. Like, the one thing a person can give you is bad advice when they know. Like, I have friends that be like, man, why you always look mad, dog? Every time, dog. When you're by yourself, dog, you chilling, you happy, you go lucky. But when you're in a relationship, you look mad all the time. I said, I'm not mad at all when I'm in a relationship because I don't tell you. One thing you never do is tell somebody what's going on in your relationship because they already make an assumption of you. Let them decide if they like the person you're with on their own. And yeah, do I got friends who say that, and this was years ago, they were like, I don't think the relationship you ain't gonna work out because that person is always with the resting bitch face. It would stress me out to hear like my friends say that. And then after a while, it makes you start paying attention to the person you're with. Like, damn, why you always look like that? Shit. Same thing with family members. They will love you as long as they benefit from you. I don't fool with family like that. I don't want to even be around people like that. Sometimes the person you're in a relationship with will tell you like, yo, why do you keep these people around? And then you're like, what do you mean? Like, none of your friends have goals. They're okay just sitting back, smoking all day, drinking all day, asking people for money. That's cool. That's like you got to balance each other out. Like if my friends do this all day and I'm at work working and they're asking me for my hard-earned money, like I get where she would be coming from. Like, yo, you got to get rid of these people. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I've always been a person that likes to uplift others. Like even in the job I'm in right now, I had to like cut people off. Like I can't be cool with people because I'll never let anybody anywhere in my lifetime tell me how I should prove myself to anything that I've done. Never. You'll lose that battle. You'll lose that battle. You'll lose friendship trying to prove to people that you're just in a good space. That you're not this, you're not that. Cut that. I ain't proving shit to nobody. I'm chilling. There's times where I don't even want to be around people. I just want to be by myself. Because I know when you're like I can say like the last month or so of my life, I can say like I haven't been stressed out at all. Zero stress, zero anxiety, zero depression. I get in a car and just enjoy life. What I do realize is like when I start letting people try to tell me how to be me, that's when the problem comes. Every argument, and this is this is for men. Every battle don't gotta be a war. Sometimes you can just, you know what, let me concede to this and just bow out. Because if we fight with a person nonstop, we're gonna first of all you're gonna get mad gray hair, go bald, get an ulcer. You're gonna all kind of shit's gonna happen to you. They're gonna go on with their life. And please believe, everybody that looks at a man or a woman don't want y'all. They don't want y'all. They just look at y'all like, okay. Because nobody knows you until they get with you and then they have to learn the real you. The real you is like I'm a homebody. If I date a person that's more like an outgoing person, like oh, let's go do this. Okay, because it's a give and take. But I'm a give you a time limit. Okay, we're gonna go out. What time is it? It's 8 o'clock. Okay, by 11 o'clock, I want to leave. Wherever we're at, I want to leave. I don't believe we got to be there till 12, 1, 2, 3 in the morning. I don't want to do all that because that's not me. I want to leave by 11. 11:30 the latest, we're out because I'm gone. Regardless, I'm leaving. You got to have that communication. That way you're not stressed out sitting there like, oh man, we're still here. Like one thing around, like I don't want to be around people who drink because I don't drink. So it does nothing for me to be around people who drink, smoke weed and all that. I don't do none of these things, so it doesn't do any good for me. But what I will do is kick back, look at what's going on, and I'll be like, yo, shorty, we gotta go. Well, they're over drinking, they're already slushed. Yeah, let's go. Because the only thing that can happen now is something terrible. And I'm zero tolerance. Like I'll get in a fight in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But I deal with my stress, anxiety, and depression way different than most. I'll leave the situation completely alone if I feel like you're trying to make me somebody I'm not. Enjoy being who you are. I go to the gym, yes. I work out, yes. Because that's what makes me happy. I'm not even where I want to be yet, stomach wise. But I'm where I'm at before. I was 298. I'm 240, like 248, 245, 248. And I go and I work out. I walk every day. I do it by myself because that's my peace of mind. If you're a real adult, you have to learn step by step by step. ABC. And you will not be stressed all the time. You gonna have some stress coming, but you don't have to hit the anxiety button. The anxiety button is when you're looking at the stress of a bill or something and you're like, oh, not knowing if I just pay this much on it, I'm good, and I pay this much on that, I'm good. And my next check, I'll pay them both off. Done. Finito. Then you start telling yourself, okay, out of each one of my checks, I'm gonna put like an extra $50 to the side because I want to go on vacation. Let me put it. By the time you know it, you done saved up 2 grand, 3 grand. That's it. Now go enjoy your life. Stop trying to save your kids and your family and everybody, man. Save you first. Oh, I need the PS5. You need it or you want it? Well, I would like to have it. Okay, well, let me see you do something to earn it. Take your kids back to when they had to cut grass and do all this stuff to make it worth it. If you're in a relationship, this is the most key point. You must communicate without yelling. Yelling is not communicating, and over talking is not. Because all that's going to happen is you're both going to say, I had enough, goodbye. And never tell somebody, when you see me treating somebody loving them, I was loving you, you going to feel it. No, I'm not, because I ain't got to see it. I don't got to see it. I don't got to never check on what you're doing, so I'll never see it. But somebody will tell you if you see the other person. It's absolutely going to happen. But when I say I don't never got to see it, I don't never got to see it. I don't. There comes a moment where I be like, oh well, here's hate. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't care how much a person changes up in the first few weeks or months or even a year of a relationship. Eventually, the real you will come out. It's just facts. I'm a happy, laughable guy. I gotta have somebody that likes to laugh and make fun in my life. If I got somebody I'm laughing and joking and I got a serious partner, I got, oh man, get the fuck out of here. I can't be with you. I like to joke too much. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Ken? Ken, you know I'm telling the truth, man. You know, you can't have a person who's too opposite of you. You just can't. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe and follow me. I'll follow y'all back. Um, you can't have a person that's too opposite of you. If you got a person who's always stressing about other people's business, you might want to sit down with them and tell them, like, say, I need you to just stop being so nosy. Man, I hear so much how I need to be. Oh, me. Well, let's look at it like this. What is the old you, brother? Is the old you a person that was having fun? Or is the old you, Pimp of the Year, you know what I'm saying? Bishop Don Juan. There's different types of old versions. Or is the old you the hustler that was in the street? You know what I'm saying? There's different levels of, or is the old you, is the new version of you, because I don't like to tell people they old or new. Is the new version of you better than the old person that you once were? Because I was in the streets. I like who I am now. I like who I am right now at this moment. Even the old version of me was a dude that had fun all the time. I was just getting money. You know what I'm saying? You just got to know. And then you got to watch who's telling you you need to be the old you. You got to watch who's telling you that. Because if the people are telling you you need to be the old you and they're not progressing in life as a new version of themselves, yeah, you might not want to listen to them. Because the old you probably going to get you locked up. Like, let's be 100%. That's that stress and that anxiety level. You one step away from being depressed listening to people who ain't got their shit together. You know what I'm saying? We got to be careful on who we listen to when they talking that oh, you need to go back to the old you. Some people don't want to see the old you for real, especially if you was one of them ones that got busy. You know what I'm saying? They don't really want that. They just, I used to say this. Everybody likes the fun drunk you until the other person has to go home with you. Straight up. Nobody knows how that person is at the end of the night. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants want like real talk. Like you make a decision based on like if you're with a person and they're making you feel like you're not worth enough, the old version of you is the person that was just enjoying life. If that old person was enjoying life, yeah, you need to go back to that person. But enjoy life legally. I say this every time. Enjoy life legally. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you can date a person who's living above their means. They're living way above their means. Like you ever seen a female who used to shop at Walmart and she used to get the best clothes, nobody knew nothing, it looked great on her, and all of a sudden she wanted to jump straight to what is it, Saks? Like, nah, you ain't a Saks person. You a Walmart. Your budget says Walmart or Target. That's your budget. You might get something off the Temu. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. Stay within your budget. It's only when a female is like, well, my homegirl, she getting this, and I'm a good woman. First of all, if you a good woman, you ain't got to never tell a man you a good woman because we see it. Just like if you're a good man, you ain't got to say you a good man because a person will see it. When you say it, you trying to give yourself validation. Stay within your budget. Stay within your realm. I don't even tell people to stay within their lane. I don't even believe in like stay in your lane. What you talking about? It might only be a one way. I ain't got no choice. It might only be one way. That ain't no lane. That's a decision. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta make sure like as you try to increase your value, forget the worth. As you try to increase your value, know what your value is. Know where it doesn't have a limit. Your worth, somebody can buy your worth. Somebody might tell you, man, you only worth this much. But if you know how much you are valued, unstoppable. That's why when I hear women walk around, I know my worth. Well, your worth comes with a price. I can pay for your worth. But my value, you can never own that. Because my value is what it is to me, what I value myself at. What you worth, no, you probably worth a bag of Skittles and a jawbreaker. You ain't worth no butter you ain't worth no butter on popcorn at the movies. That's your worth. My value say I'm supposed to get the whole meal. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's different, y'all. So we're gonna wrap this up. Tomorrow, we're gonna touch on a subject that many people don't like. And it's co-parenting when co-parenting when parents have a new girlfriend or a new boyfriend. How do we stay in co-parent mode? Y'all holler at me tomorrow, man. Y'all make sure y'all push that. Y'all subscribe and hit the bell so y'all get the notifications when I'm online. Hold on, man. Appreciate this. All right. Thank you. Subscribe. And I'm glad this helps y'all out. This is why I do this podcast for y'all, man. So it helps out. But tomorrow, man, I really would like a lot of y'all to interact with me a little more. Let's have some feedback. Because tomorrow, it's gonna be one. It's gonna be one. And we're gonna talk about, if we got 50-50 in the courtroom while we paying child support. Boom, I'll holler at y'all tomorrow. I just hit y'all below the belt. Carter Podcast, baby.